Alright, we're going to continue explaining the Work Year Execution tab. So first thing you'll see that we're on this portion. This is what we're going to talk about in this video. This first one, you'll just update your information here. And what I did here, instead of merging and centering, I highlighted this whole area, hit Control 1, or you can go to Alignment. Pops this up, and I said center across the section highlighted. That's how you do that. You see the date here. It's not just a standard date. It actually, if I go over my formulas and trace dependents, it's going to point to some other formulas, and that's just an efficient way to build things in Excel. There's other formulas and other sheets referencing it in here. I don't want 50 today formulas that are volatile. I want one volatile today formula that updates for me every time I open this up, and then everything else feeds off it, so please don't break that. The Julian date, which I do like, remove arrows here. I use this in my dashboards because a lot of document numbers have the Julian date. This ridiculous formula up here produces you a Julian date. And I do use this for my VBA that saves this as a PDF, so it's Civpay report 6148 or whatever. That's why I use it, and that's why it's there, but feel free to use it as you need to. Moving down, this part is a pivot. It will have a drop down for a filter. I would just let this go and let this roll out throughout the year. This part is not a pivot. There are formulas all throughout this section, and the reason being is to put this in the raw data, to have it calculate automatically for you in the raw data. Adds about 5 billion calculations with 40,000 records. So what we want to do is just have a formula doing this in kind of a 3 or 4 by 27 matrix versus 5 billion. It just performs much better. There are some other conditional formatting things behind the scenes going on. This line extends to the bottom here because of a formula that I put in behind the scenes. Just know that it's there. And if I highlight for you, I'll show you all this. It says 27. That's what I want. It will, at the end of the year, be down here and complete the report. This bottom line totals, whether it's summing what has already happened or it's performing a calculation like percentage based upon these sum totals, that's what that is there for. So there's a few things in the works here. I would just let this pivot table expand throughout the year, and I'll show you as an example of how this updates and how the formulas work. Please feel free to dig into them and kind of figure them out. But if I were to unselect and just select a few here, you can see that it updates for you automatically and just kind of keeps it nice and clean if you show this at an FWG or FMB. The other thing I'll show you, as I talked about in the previous video when I said there's a bunch of math going on, I can also show formulas in the page. Just kind of do a wide open, hey, I'm going to show you everything here. Click this and it expands out, and it just shows you all these things that are going on and things behind the scenes that you really don't need to know how it works, and some of these formulas that we'll talk about in the next video and some of these. But just know that you can also do that, show you formulas and step through them when we did evaluate formula. If we were to select in here and say evaluate this for me please, and it says alright, I got this number minus this number and 0.2, and lo and behold I have 0.2. So that's it for this video, and the next we're going to move down to this section and explain a little bit of how we start to calculate our work year execution. See you then.